Right.
So it's a very special day. We're smashed on the couch. I'm surrounded by all of my girls. So I've got my 3 daughters and our girl dog too. Yeah, we're squeezing. London is here just for a day.
Hello. I'm
Literally.
And she was on a walk today when I left for work. So they came up to say goodbye to me. And I'm like, you guys have to come to the live. So they're dressed in their walking clothes. But, so do you want to introduce yourselves?
Oh, I just said hello. I'm London.
You probably need to go closer to the mic.
Okay. I'm 27 years old, and I'm currently living in Greece. Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Just say your name.
Say your
Go
name.
tonight.
So weird.
It's not weird.
Well,
You're
they're
making
watching
it weird.
Go.
Okay.
Sedona. I'm Laurie.
I'm Britton.
And we're from Coffee Beanery.
Ella.
And we've got Ella roaming around too.
Come here, Ella.
So, London kind of alluded to this, but if you've ever watched the show Below Deck,
Jennifer.
that's London's life. So it's pretty cool. She's a chief stew on a yacht, and they were currently in Greece for how long?
For about a year and a half, over a year and a half. We got there last summer, and our owners come on for 4 months at a time. And then now we're going back to Fort Lauderdale at the end of August, and we're getting shipped back, so we're not going on our own bottom.
You guys, shipped back literally means that they sink a boat.
Yeah, they sink a huge cargo ship that can fit about 25 yachts on it, all different sizes, and tenders as well. And then all the yachts drive on while it's sink down, and then they raise the ship up. Well, of course,
Well,
there's
they underwater weld,
welding.
which
There's
I didn't
all
know.
these straps that connect you to the boat, so it's safe. And then you have your own power, you have your own water, and all your energy.
You live
And
on
It's
the
like
yacht.
you're on a
Morning,
wagon
Donna.
that goes behind a yacht.
Kind of.
Like a sunken wagon that holding all these yachts. And it's like $250,000 to do the yacht.
Yeah, depending on the
To
size of your
transport it.
vessel and whatnot, that's around.
And then you live on the yacht like while it's in transport for what, 2 or 3
so
weeks?
every boat normally has one crew member that goes across. Me and my fiance both work on the same yacht, so we're lucky enough to go together so you don't get lonely. And we're going to
What
come
happens
back.
if you run out of food?
So last time when we went there, our oven broke 2 days in, and we bought so many vegetables that needed to be roasted in the oven, like butternut squash and all this stuff. So we were a little screwed. We got creative. And there's also on board the crew, they have their own meals on the ship for the crew that actually run the big cargo ship. So you can join them for meals.
Oh, okay.
But I was only woman on the ship, so I felt a little, weird. And they don't speak English. That's a huge thing. They're all Eastern European. So, there's not a lot of conversations to be had, just a lot of smiles and nods, and then you just go on.
So tell us how you got into it, because I think it's interesting.
So everyone, I'm sure, has seen the show Below Deck. That was a huge part of why I got into it. But Britton actually had a friend, Jessica Fermanchek. Or should we use people's names?
It's
Well,
fine.
wasn't her mom a stewardess?
Yeah,
was.
like on
Private planes.
Private planes. So that's
yeah.
what I always wanted to do. I just thought it was really cool. But then when I saw Below Deck, I was like, wow, that's kind of similar, but you get to spend more quality time with the guests. So I bought a book, How to Become a Stewardess, and I read it, and it said move to Fort Lauderdale. So I quit my job.
She did. So London came to me one day and she's like, Mom, actually her and Branson, and said, Mom, you've given me a career. I want an adventure.
Yeah.
I read a book.
Yep, I read a book.
I'm going to go take a class in Florida and I'm going to become a chief stew.
So
I'm going to work on yachts.
Branson, my older brother, when I told him I was quitting, he decided to quit with me, which I was like, perfect. We'll move down together. And luckily, our grandparents live down there on the West Coast, and the class is on the East Coast, so it's about a 2-hour drive every day. But we decided to commute to spend time with them, and we did that for, 2 weeks or so. And then luckily enough, just happenstance, you put yourself out there. The first day I looked for a job, within 2 hours, I had a job.
Well, and I will say that she is a go-getter. She's willing to work hard. It was such an advantage that you're the youngest of the 5 kids, so they knew you'd work in tight spaces, conflict resolution.
You're willing to share a tiny room. The cabins are small. Very small.
So yeah, it was interesting, but I just so proud. I think that's I mean, it takes a lot of courage to do that, to read a book and just start.
But it's
something.
the best thing I've ever done. It's been the biggest adventure, and led me to meet my fiance, which he's amazing. We're getting married in October, at the end of October, so I'm really excited.
And that's why she flew home from Greece for a day to get her wedding dress fitted.
Yeah, I got in yesterday at 1 a.m. and I leave today at 3 p.m. to go back to Greece. So it's the only time we had, so gotta make it work.
So when the first boat that you were on, they chartered the boats out.
Yes.
So you had to, I mean, that was truly almost like below deck.
Yeah, no, that's exactly like below deck. You don't know who's going to walk on that boat.
Yeah, chartering
you just
is
have
what,
names.
like people like rent it for like a week.
Basically, yeah, they use it as an Airbnb. And I mean, the things you see and the things they do, I mean, so it's crazier than the show, but then sometimes you get families that they're so calm and normal. But then there's the flip side. But
when you're dealing with people that can afford to spend
an
excess of $100,000
for a week, that's not even including the food or the tip. I mean, these people are very well off. But I mean, the biggest thing is money does not buy you happiness. I've seen that firsthand. You could have the most money in the world, but family and everything else is the most important.
And so now you work on a private yacht, which is different because it's just him, his family, and his friends.
Yeah, exactly. It's just and one owner that brings their family and friends on, and you get to know them really well. And they've come, certain guests have come over and over again. So you build a relationship with them, and sometimes you see them actually off the boat, like so. It's just
and the children, you get close to the kids.
The kids are the best.
Yeah, for sure. And I think it's interesting because I didn't realize. I mean, I would have thought in that industry that you just during charter when people are on the boat, you're on the boat. But this is a full-time salary job.
Yeah, it is.
Because what do you do when people aren't on the boat?
Oh, so there's so much maintenance that people don't think about when it goes into a boat. But I mean, everything you see, air conditioners, ice makers, inventory of wine, liquor, everything. Your crew cabins have to be immaculate. There's just so much cleaning to do. Yeah, and it's a full-time job. I mean, especially the detail. We're so detail-oriented. You take Q-tips to corners of room to get the dust out. I mean, I never thought I would be that person that's like a neat freak, but you can turn it off, though. When you leave work, you have to turn it off, or you'll drive yourself crazy and you'll never stay in any hotel room because you realize how dirty it is. But
when it's because you live on the boat, I think it's interesting, too, that, like, they provide...
Oh, they provide...
Your
you don't
food,
pay rent. Yeah, you get toiletries, your food. So we have a chef for when the guests are on, and, I mean, these are amazing chefs. They will cook you anything and everything. And usually what the guests eat, we eat as well, which is nice. So the amount of things I've gotten to try or taste or...
So you really have, like, almost no living expenses. So everything that you make, you get to save.
Yeah, which is incredible. I would recommend a lot of young people to get into the industry, but only if you're willing to, kind of sacrifice your own life a little. You put it on hold, but... the things you get to see in the traveling and whatnot. I mean, the amazing places we get to see in Greece, we've probably been to over 40 islands in Greece. And I mean, the amount I would have to pay there to go personally would be a ton. But I just get to get a glimpse, and maybe I'll go back one day. But a lot of them, I'm like, I'm good. I've seen it. So.
And then there's the tough side, which is, you're up before the guests get up and you go to bed after. So, I mean, you work hard. Like, there's 14, 16-hour days sometimes.
Yeah, I'm on deck at like 6:30 in the morning, and a lot of the times I don't get into my cabin until 11 p.m. And you normally get like a 2-hour break during the day. But, yeah, your waking hours are given to them. So you don't really get a lot of time for yourself. But on the flip side, I really appreciate my time off then, and I do a lot more with it because, you don't get a lot of personal time. But that's all right. That's why having my fiance there and someone, you love and care about there also makes it easier because then you get to confide in each other at the end of the day. instead of just being with a random person as your bunkmate. That would be a lot different.
But I would think I'd want to throw them overboard at times.
No,
Yeah,
honestly, no.
sure.
That's such
sure.
close quarters.
You
I
would
can't
be
even
shocked.
imagine.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know,
I love
but
my
if-
husband, but I don't think
But if
24/7.
you're
I
working
don't know.
away from
Yeah.
it's not
Yeah,
like you're
we're in different
together all
departments,
day.
so that helps. Because if
That's
we worked
true.
together, we would probably murder each other. But we're having different departments. It's like we only see each other at meal times or whatnot. Even though it's only 130 feet, there's a lot of spaces you can hide. So yeah.
And you found them all?
Yeah, I have. And the guests, it's funny. Sometimes they'll say hi to Jeremy when they get on the boat because we all greet them. And then at the end of 2 weeks, they're like, I didn't see Jeremy again during that. I'm like, yeah, because you're not hanging out in the engine room. That would be kind of weird.
So what does Jeremy do then?
He's the engineer on board. So every time we're at sea, which we like to anchor a lot, that's what our owner likes to do.
Trouble.
So we have our own generators. We have 2 generators. We have water makers. We have AC units. I mean, we are sustainable for ourselves. We have to treat the water to pump back out into the sea from all of our gray water and black water. So he's got to manage that and make sure everything's working. And also on our boat, we've got a slide, 3 jet skis, a davit, 2 tenders.
It's a davit.
It's to bring the jet skis and stuff down
okay.
into the water to load and
Yeah.
unload them.
Okay.
Yeah. So all these things.
We're not seafaring people.
Yeah, and 3 ice machines,
Ella.
fridges
Ella.
up the wazoo. So it's just so much stuff.
She's looking for trouble.
And I know she's going around the side.
That was Ella, by the way. Morning.
It's a dog.
If it, we have somebody who's commenting as Facebook user at the top of the title description. If you click that link, then it will give you permission to tell us who your name is.
So we can say hi to you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's fascinating that I think it's watching you go through the journey. And it's, for all of my kids, it's just wonderful for them to come into their own. I mean, Britton started interning with us when you were in college, right?
Yeah.
Did you work at a store when you were in high school?
No, in college.
In college.
Yep.
And then, runs the whole e-commerce. It's just really, it's gratifying to watch kids come into their own. Yeah, let her go to Kevin.
She'll find. It's okay. She'll find her way. It's fine. She'll be fine.
So have you seen Sound of Freedom, or what's it called?
No, we wanted to, but honestly, so much weird stuff was happening in the theaters that I kind of didn't want to go to the theater and see it.
We saw it. It was kind of different because usually you go to a movie and you're like, I'm going to be entertained.
Yeah.
And to go in knowing it's going to be emotional is just a different experience. Sedona went with us.
And I didn't know how I'd feel about it either, having little kids.
Yeah, it's horrifying. I mean, as horrifying as it is, I think every American should see it because I think it makes it, when you want to bury your head in the sand about stuff, it makes you not be able to.
It's about
Kind of.
child trafficking.
It
right?
is. It's about, child trafficking. And it was shocking at the end. They said there are more people in slavery today than when it was legal.
Really?
And that's
crazy.
disgusting. It's a $150 billion industry a year.
Seriously.
A year.
In America?
Worldwide, I'm
Worldwide,
sure.
okay.
Yeah. But Michigan's the second largest trafficking.
Yeah, I know, there's a mall near us, and I won't take the kids to it. It's definitely not by myself, but it's we have gone there before, and it's you guys need to stay
It's
close.
Sylvia from
Hi,
Sweden.
Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia.
It doesn't tell us your name.
Oh, I love your flag, too.
I wonder how...
So Sylvia's from Sweden, so we did a whole Swedish box.
And Malin,
Malin helped curate it with us.
Did you put black licorice in it?
No, but I made a princessa papa
Well, so
pie.
we did a baking challenge. So the flavors of that box, we did a bake-off for it.
I remember Mom making that.
Oh gosh, I'm Mom's not
Mom
the
has
baker.
a whole video. You have to watch the video.
Okay.
It's so
you
funny.
haven't seen it?
No.
Yeah, my beautiful creation that I made.
You should probably watch our Facebook Live so you know what's going on in our
I
life.
have Facebook. I don't have any.
That's a lie.
I
You
have
Facebook
a little trophy over there from my cherry pie one that I won,
that
though.
she bought herself.
I was
we
like,
did
yeah, I was gonna
She
say,
did
she get it from the
legitimately win
grocery
that
store?
challenge.
Did you make it?
Yeah.
Oh.
There's a video for that too. It's pretty good.
But it was really delicious. I made the.
Oh,
I
wow.
won.
I love how
It turned
she's
to
surprised
dough
that
right
it's
before my
delicious.
very eyes.
They're already pitted.
Morning, Bill.
Oh yeah, I tried to pit cherries and then they were already
Oh,
pitted.
The Swedish collection was awesome. Or
Which is like,
this month's
Just
shipping.
1 second.
Oh, this month is shipping. We're getting that ready to go to you,
Yeah.
and I think you're gonna really like it.
Yes, I think.
I think
so,
we've
too.
got everything curated to the end of the year, and now we're going into next year.
Yeah.
So isn't it Bill that gives us good ideas?
Bill has emailed some very good ideas.
So we love that.
Yeah.
Who's Bill?
Bill Seamer.
Bill.
Who sent us our
Sorry.
Charles.
Charles
and his
sent
wife.
Charles and his wife sent us these little, aren't they cute?
little gnomes.
Little gnomes.
Thank you.
Aren't those
We
darling?
I got this random box and it said like Charles on it, and I was like, I don't remember
Oh,
coffee.
stop. Oh, stop.
I don't
That's so
remember
cute.
coffee coming back from him, and then I opened it and it was the cute little gnomies.
They are adorable.
Yeah, it was so sweet.
So sweet.
Oh, are
noticed
you
it
going to
when
talk
I
about
came in.
those?
I don't know. Were we gonna write an email to them?
Write an email to the
Joe Hot Cup?
To the company?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we are, but we can.
Well, we can talk about them, but they're.
You know how you order something and you kind of get the wish version?
Yes.
I feel like we got the Temu version.
We got the teeny tiny. Ella will probably love it. It's just her size.
So these are plush little dog toys, and they're not online yet because we just got them, but we'll still show them to you. We thought they would be a little bit
More
well,
substantial.
Yeah, more
Yeah, and like they
substantial
could just
for
rip
sure.
those arms and
I
legs
know.
off for sure.
I mean,
Take 2
I will say
seconds.
though, I brought 2 of them home because I need to take pictures of them with Skye and Sheldon. And I ended up having to hide them because Skye was relentlessly trying to get on the table and microwave to try to get
So
them.
they're little dog toys with little rope hands
and
and,
they have
legs.
a squeaker in them.
Oh, they do?
Uh-oh, Ella's going to come
Oh,
back
yeah,
with a
for
vengeance.
sure. Oh, those
Those
are
are
cute.
Scratching
They are
at the
cute.
door.
They just weren't what we expected. We expected to be more
Like thick ropes and more like well, I guess
even
it is
bigger
the
than
size
that,
of a cup,
yeah.
but a bigger size.
like that size
Yeah,
of that
exactly.
pink cup.
But they are still cute. If you have little dogs, these are perfect.
Tiny dogs.
Like Ella's size
Yeah.
dog.
Ella's size
size
dog
dogs.
is perfect.
Ella's size dog.
Because she is so proud. We throw her a little bone in the morning and she comes,
Sheldon
she's so
would
happy
do
with
well
it.
with this too.
Yeah, just not, the boys have like
Pit bulls
pits and blue
They would
healers
destroy
and they would
those
destroy
in, like,
those
in
pretty quick.
3.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Although, I don't know, because Beans, my oldest son's pet, which he's so sweet, I just love Beans, but I would give him a little toy, and he would carry it around, and he would try so hard not to destroy it, and he would sleep with it for a little bit, and it was like he couldn't help himself. And he would just and fluff all over the
My
place.
Shane just perked up hearing the squeaker.
Oh, gosh.
Dogs are funny. So these are going to get listed soon. I've just got to get some pictures of them. They're coming. Little
Yeah, and if
Joe
you do
dog
get
toys.
one and get your dog with it, we'd love some little
and
animal
we have
pictures.
the Joe Hot Cup plushes too that are more like for kids or
Oh gosh, I would love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
to your
We
little
do.
grandkids.
Yeah.
My kids love their Joe Hot Cup
They
plushes.
do. I know I've got one in my like china cupboard, and every time the kids come over,
Every time I
they want
see it, it makes me giggle.
it does.
you
They're
giggle.
cute. They're cute.
Yeah.
And Joe Hot Cup, we do have like a big, huge inflatable. Like how big is it? Like
8, 10 feet.
10
pretty
feet
big.
tall. It's
Yeah.
pretty big, and it's inflatable. And so he can like go to parades and stuff, but he's an actor model. I can't
Well, we
remember
have
what
the
his thing said.
costume, and then we have an actual blow
Oh,
up.
we have a huge blow
like
up
roof
thing.
top one.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I've never
But
seen
the
that.
costume, when you wear it, like people need bodyguards
Oh,
because people are like trying to
People get a little
body
crazy with Joe
slam
Hot
it
Cup.
and-
well, he's
and, like,
so
really
being inappropriate.
hug you
It's like there's a
aggressively.
person inside of there that you are.
Well, you can see how Disney and stuff,
Yes.
why they always have the bodyguards.
Oh, for
People
sure.
just get a little, like, they forget there's a human inside.
Yeah.
It is. Oh, we doubled orders again today.
Yep, all this week is double orders. 6 orders a day are getting doubled.
I just pulled a couple of them. They were big orders too.
Well, yeah, so we're picking from the screen, so we don't even know what people are
As
getting.
long as it's over the $50.
Yeah, until they're printed. So some big ones have definitely gotten doubled.
Yeah, somebody's gonna be happy. Whoever's I boxed today, she's gonna have coffee for a little bit.
Yeah, super
And some
exciting.
tea too. There was
Yep,
tea
so
in there.
doubling is this week. Birthday.
Because it's our birthday month, so we
mystery
kept our
bundles.
little thing up because it's birthday month. We're keeping our little, what's it called? A swag? Banner.
Banner.
Whose birthday?
Our
It's
birthday.
our birthday. Coffee Beanery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
47.
guys, I know your birthday. This is not your
K-cups.
birthday.
The caramel pecan pie is so
Oh, it is good. It is a
And-
surprise favorite. Butter rum too. Butter rum. I recently started drinking again, and
good.
People
I like when
always love the
Melissa like
cafe
picks a new
caramel
flavor up front. I'm always like, oh, this one's so good.
I forget. Yeah, banana went crazy for a while. Banana's good, and our new flavors in K-cups
Yeah.
are the maple
Caramel,
syrup, the
apple.
butterscotch toffee.
Caramel apple and pumpkin spice released today for VIPs too. If you have
Okay.
VIP access.
So,
So,
caramel
lots
apple
of-
on ground and K-cups.
K-cups and 12 ounce. Yep.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that's if you have the CB VIP access. Those released today.
And then for everybody else, they will in a little bit.
September.
And then Mary Mocha and CH Cinnamon Holiday Blend will
Yes.
release.
October 15th for general public.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I
People
love the
love
new
it.
box, the
Yeah,
little Mary
holiday
Mocha
blend.
mint box.
Today
I
is
love.
a good day. French toast is good.
Oh, French toast is good.
Makes me want
And
French toast.
we shipped out the
You want French
rest.
toast.
The rest of the subscription boxes are shipping today, so you should have those in your.
Oh, Hawaiian
hands
coconut
soon.
too. Yep. It's hard to pick a favorite, and it's almost like what you're in the mood for. It's kind of like ice cream. When you go for ice cream, am I in a chocolate mood
Oh, I'm
or
always salted
was
caramel. I
me
do not
yesterday.
vary.
I think that, but then this little ice cream garage in our town, they have the best lemon cheesecake, whatever ice cream, and
lemon cheese.
lemon cheesecake, and they don't have it all the time. But we went there the other night, and I had to get one scoop of a chocolate something and
Yeah.
one scoop of the lemon because I know the lemon's so good, but I really want a
What
chocolate.
store is this
Chocolate.
that you're talking about?
Ice cream garage.
Oh, that's the name.
Yes, the
I
name.
thought you were just like an ice cream.
No, but
garage.
it's like I think they use Guernsey Farms ice cream.
Oh, so it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
London
Which is another
actually was
Michigan
saying
company.
goodbye to Britain's kids yesterday.
is so
she
tough.
got in the car with her sunglasses on.
I
and
didn't want them to
she's
see
out
me cry.
crying.
I can't make it like a sad.
I'm like,
thing.
"Do you
I could
need
cry
ice
just
cream?
Thinking about it. Yeah.
Do you need ice cream? She's like, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
We went to Uncle Ray's. If anyone's had it, it's delicious.
They got in the car and they're
They
like,
hand make
she's
their ice
just
cream.
the sweetest.
Oh, they're
Aw.
so cute. They
So
make
I
it
had
so
key
big.
lime. my new thing is key lime.
They had a really
shake.
good key lime.
It's super good.
They had like a key lime ice cream there a month ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was super good.
Which I wasn't sure I'd like, but it was really good.
I love ice cream.
I was actually looking at our scrapbooks this morning because they wanted to see what mom looked like when she was young. So I was like snapping, some good photos of her. And there was my first birthday was at Uncle Ray's. And I was like, we were just there last night.
Oh,
Yeah.
and you broke your tooth at Uncle Ray's.
Yeah, and was it that time? I mean, I don't remember.
No, it
was
wasn't when
so
you were
little.
Do you
one.
hear Ella?
Yes, I think she's gonna break down.
She is
Oh,
trying
you
to
better
break the
look.
door down.
She's
She's
trying to come in.
mad.
I thought I texted Dad. I thought he would grab her.
She wants back in. Ella is relentless. Like, I have an armoire in our bedroom that goes to my closet. It's like a secret thing. And she will bust open the door. She'd bust it up right open. Oh, did you need to come back?
I thought Dad would grab her.
When I always go with my absolute faves. Yeah. Shipping. Oh, those VAT
Oh,
taxes
shipping
are
to
no
Sweden.
fun.
Yeah, I sent something to our foreign exchange student in Sweden, and I couldn't even believe, like, the tax that they wanted to pay was more than the package was worth. So I think I'd send her some baby clothes or something. So,
What is she doing?
Logan's trying to call her and she's trying to stay here.
Yeah, she.
do
wants to
you
be
want
with
the toy?
girls.
Do you want the toy? What's
Oh.
this?
This is Ella. She's an old girl. She's what, 9, 8, 9?
She's like 8,
Yeah.
8.
and she has horrible breath.
Oh my gosh, horrible breath.
But she's so cute. She looks
She
like
is
a little
really
teddy bear.
I rock her like a baby and she just falls asleep.
Oh yeah, she loves.
Oh.
Oh,
She's
good
a little
girl.
snuggles.
Yeah, it's a good girl. So yeah, so these really are all my girls, which is so funny. It's nice to have everybody in a room. It's been. I saw you in January
Yeah, we met in Orlando.
in Florida.
Yep.
So and you
even
guys
know.
haven't seen each other in.
Since
You came for Christmas
yeah, I don't know even when that was.
2 years ago. Not this last Christmas, with the one before.
Yeah, it's always so quick. I mean, it's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
It is. I like my favorite thing was that London and I one time we met in Key West
Oh, that
and we
was a
had
good
like
trip.
a weekend or 4 days by ourselves before we came back home, and
That
it was
was
so nice because I
perfect.
just got to steal her.
Oh, I know, because we never get alone time. So with a big family, I mean, it's so hard. I feel like I'm divvied up between all of you. And then last night we had dinner with both my grandparents, and most of just Branson
I
wasn't
think just
there.
Branson, yeah.
And literally, like, you're trying to talk to everyone, but it's really too hard to interact with 15 people all at once.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then when we go to Florida, it's a group of us because my
Yeah, it's
best
also like a
friend
group
and
of
her
20
husband
people. Yeah.
and all the babies, and
Yeah.
so
Look at her look at you. She's so over this.
hi, sweetie. What?
She has such an attitude.
What's that matter?
She's
She doesn't think she's a dog.
No, but she's an adventurer, which I love. So like she loves to run away.
Yes, they've had to put that on your fences.
Oh,
they put more
she
fences.
is. Yeah, we have like it's around 70 sometimes that she's escaped from the fence. That's got tons of
Chicken
fences
wire
on it.
Yeah, it's
Because she
chicken
can,
wire,
she
that's
can
what
go
it
through
is.
the fence, so we had to chicken wire it. But she's too smart. She'll dig under it. If it's wet outside, she'll find her way.
Or she'll just
tunnel
distract
through.
Dad.
They put like
Yeah.
a vest on her to keep her from going out, so she would wedge it in the fence and then back out of it and then go through.
Yeah, we'd just find the little vest wedged in the fence. So
Yeah.
She's
she loves to go attack the golfers on the golf course. That's her favorite.
and then they try to come to her to get her, and she backs up, and then they go forward in the cart, and she comes forward. They're like, they don't know what to
Playing
do.
chicken.
Always a little standoff.
One time she really got lost, and the kids were there, and we were searching for her for
Oh my gosh,
45 minutes, an
forever.
hour.
They went to all the neighbors,
Yeah,
everything.
I was getting really worried, and so I just kept hearing something in the woods, I felt like, and I was walking in the woods by her house, and there was a log, and I stepped on it, and she was in the log.
Yeah, she wedged
That
herself
sounds
in a
awful.
log and couldn't get out.
Oh, poor baby.
So-
Well, I'm glad you found her.
Yeah.
Was it cold out too?
No, it was
summer.
warm. It was
but
summer.
It was super like buggy and
Yeah.
muggy.
It's better than when she took her sister out. I was watching my mom's dog. She escaped with my mom's dog, and then she ditched my mom's dog.
That does not surprise
And she
me.
came home, and I'm like, you are not going in the warm house. You go find her.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That was
bad
awful.
too.
Yeah, I puked. I was so upset about it. And then
Well, I don't
all the
know.
boys came, and we ended up finding her.
It was cold,
Our neighbor
too. It's
called us. Yeah, it was
winter.
really
She was, like,
cold.
Yeah.
And
covered
she
in
was old,
icicles.
and
Yeah.
she was icicly, and she's white, so she blends in with the snow.
But yeah, the neighbor called and thought it was Ella in her yard.
Yes.
She's like, "Hey, Ella's in my yard," and we're like, "It's not Ella."
Get her! Get Sophie.
That was terrible.
It was really scary.
But yeah, Ella totally like baited her into going on an adventure.
think
She
she
probably
tried to
was
get her
trying
lost.
to lose her.
I think
think
I
she
just
did.
ditched her.
100%. Yeah.
Because she'd run away all the time. Like Britton would bring her dog Sheldon over, and she would that day
And
she'd
Ella
be
will
like,
run.
"Fine, I'll run away from home," and
She
she
does.
was.
She
She's a
throws
snot.
such a fit.
She's a
That does
diva.
not
If any
surprise
dogs
me.
come in our house, she's just like,
Well, and at first it was kind of just dogs, but sometimes she'll throw an attitude when the kids
Oh.
are there too.
yeah.
Well,
If the
she's not
kids are
getting
on my
attention.
lap, she's like trying to get in the middle
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah. Well, she started pawing my face yesterday because I wasn't looking at her.
Yeah.
I was like, geez.
Oh, if I'm on my phone, she comes and smacks it out of my hand. Yeah.
She really does.
She is pretty, but she's Sedona's dog.
Yes, it is Sedona's dog.
So that's maybe where that comes from. A little sassy,
She was really well trained until she came to live with you guys.
for sure. Yeah.
And now she gets on counters.
Oh,
and
well, they
she's-
put her on the counters.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen Dad just set her up there because it's just easier.
yeah.
Well, if
do
we're
it.
gone, she'll go on the island. So you can't ever leave food on the island because she'll
Yeah.
and then she can't jump down. So she gets up there and just is stuck.
Yeah, I walked into your house to her on the counter, eating
she's like-
everything in sight.
Yeah.
Jeez.
You can't leave stuff up there.
She's getting kind of too fat to get up there, though.
She is not fat. She is tiny.
She's lost a little bit of weight.
She's pretty fat.
you know.
She was getting pretty hefty. She went from 9 pounds to
She
12
is
pounds in like 2 months.
Significantly
Oh, that's
lighter
a lot
than she
for a
has
little
been.
dog.
Well, because she's fluffy right now, but
Yeah.
usually when you shaved her, she'd get really skinny. We shaved her and she didn't get skinny. She just stayed a little fluffy.
She's like, don't shave me. I'm not ready.
It's not summer.
I'm just bulking.
Are we making fun of you? I don't know.
She's
I was
hiding.
the bag.
Yeah, there's bugs back there. They like
I
to
know.
eat
They
them.
could probably, gross. So,
Yeah.
okay.
she?
Well, we're probably...
Yeah. Get back to
Anything
work.
exciting that we need to say? I mean, obviously the pumpkin and those coming out and caramel apple, that's huge. People are waiting for that.
We've got mystery bundles for birthday next week, and those should be pretty fun. And there's some pretty good sized gift cards in some of those. I think I did like maybe $50 or $100 gift cards.
Oh, nice. Okay, so
So-
what's the mystery? Oh, and you
It's
don't
a bundle.
know.
It's
And
a-
how much is
It's
it?
$47. But you can choose between coffee, like ground coffee, or
K-cups.
K-cups, regular or decaf. So you have a choice.
Okay.
So you can get what you drink, and then it could be mugs, shirts, gift cards, coffee, really anything.
Well, and Britton did let me know yesterday something that's coming, but it's not ready yet. But she's getting it ready.
I was like, what are you talking
and
about?
I think that people are going to love this. So it's going to be a 48 count.
Yeah, I mean, so it'll be like a build-a-box. So
And you get to pick your which
K-cups.
flavors, which K-cups you want.
So you'll get to pick
I
your
think
own
that's,
variety
people are going to
packs.
love that. Because we
Yeah.
do have all the singles. It'll probably be a little bit more than the 48 count because we have to literally hand pick them. But so worth it if you've got those flavors that you really want.
Yeah, it's gonna take me a couple weeks
Or one to try,
to make all the products and get it all together.
Yeah, we
But-
have one that's the variety that is one of all of them
Yeah.
or whatever. But then this one, if they really don't like
One
a flavor,
flavor,
or
yeah,
you really like
that's
4
super nice.
flavors, you can just
Yeah.
grab those. So
Yeah, and they'll just be in a bulk size. So that's gonna be in a couple weeks. So pick your own variety pack. 4 K-cups. And there is a build-a-box already for the coffee samplers.
Oh, there is?
Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. I
So
told you
is that, I knew you said you were doing it, but you made it live?
it's been live.
Okay, so what are the numbers you can get?
Well, let's go online. Good morning,
Good
Adam.
morning, Adam.
Let's go online
Hello,
and see.
Adam.
I think it's like 10, 20, and 30 for the samplers. And then
I just love it when you can pick your own. I want just a little bit of everything. Like that's my favorite dessert. And when it's like a little bite size of like
it's
every
it's
dessert.
a little sampler pack, so you can build your
Oh.
own sample box. So you can build 10, 20, or 30, and you save more. Obviously, the more you do it. So you just add what you want.
That's really nice.
Where is that?
Aw. Is that why people have the samplers? If they've got all samplers, did they do
They
that?
probably did a build-a-box.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I
Yeah.
thought people just were really loving samplers.
No, I introduced a new product, but then I didn't post it yet because we were testing it a little bit, making sure it worked.
Oops.
Is Ella over there?
No, she's behind the couch. She's fine. She'll be fine. She's under
She's
the couch.
okay.
Under the chair.
She's not
No,
gonna.
she's behind the couch.
She's not gonna disappear.
She's fine.
She's in this room somewhere.
Yeah.
The doors are closed.
And she's not making noise, which is usually a good sign. Yeah.
Aw, well, I'm so glad. Thank you for joining us, and I'm so glad all my girls could be here. It's just nice to have everybody in the same room. I know as moms, when your kids get older, I mean, I think about how fortunate I am that 4 of our kids work with me.
Morning, Chuck.
Hi, Chuck.
Chuck, hello.
That I get to see them every day. Because
Hi,
can you
Bobby.
imagine if your kids all work somewhere else? You just see them maybe once a month.
Just a side note, I usually have regular flavored coffees, but this morning I had the decaf strawberry crunch. Oh yeah, the strawberry crunch is good.
It is really good.
That sounds.
Still love the beanery.
yeah, the
Beanery's-
regular went so quick, but the decaf tastes the same.
Yeah, the decaf, our decaf isn't like, and we talked about this a little bit last week, isn't like other people's decaf where you get that weird aftertaste. Our decaf is really good.
Yeah,
I had to drink
Oh,
decaf
Beanery
for a
one.
while, and there
Yep.
was some bad decaf out there.
Beanery blend is a house
sure.
staple.
Yeah, it's
For
actually
sure.
Joanne and Julius who founded the company. Beanery's
Hi,
their
Patty.
favorite. That's all they drink.
And this month, the month that's shipping out, there's some like really unique flavors. I'm super excited for you guys to try some of them.
I can't wait for Christmas. Christmas is my favorite one. I can't wait. We just did all the
I'm
graphics
excited.
for
No,
it.
3 of them are really good. One of them is like just one flavor that I dislike up and down.
But it's hilarious.
personally.
And if you really pay attention to the graphics of it, it's really funny.
But the people who like this flavor, like, love this flavor.
Yes.
So you
Yes.
either like it or don't. There's no in between.
They're really cute. I like actually all the ones coming up. And we've got to get next. Every year it gets harder to curate because like things are common sense for the first ones, and then every
I
year
don't
you've
know.
got to make
I
different
don't
ones.
think it's that bad. Like, I feel like we still have so many possibilities.
I know.
I
But,
think
and,
there's some
we've
great
kind of given,
ideas.
like, we did.
Okay, Sedona's going to help us. She's got some
Yeah.
great ideas.
We did ice cream.
We
was
did
our
an ice
very
cream
first
truck.
box, but then we did ice cream truck, but they were totally different flavors.
Which I didn't even think because people that are friends of ours, they have an ice cream truck business.
Oh.
And we should have partnered. We'll have to do that because I know Sedona would be so jealous. He contacted me and they were at the Eras tour outside selling ice cream. I know. And then they
Should've
just went
brought
to,
me.
what is it, Lollapalooza?
Lollapalooza? Lollapalooza? No, that's like Dad and Arapistopoli.
So they've got their ice cream truck. So I figure maybe
Those are
when
the
you're,
little dolls.
yeah, Lollapalooza, oh, those are the little dolls.
Lollapaloozas.
I figure when you're maybe like 16, you can go sell ice cream.
Yeah.
Probably have to be 18.
Well, I mean, the working age is now like 14. She said she could work at Culliver, so who knows?
Seriously?
Yes, they're taking 14-year-olds.
14?
Yeah, but they have to. There's tons of rules with people that.
Well,
Plus,
they
she
should
does
have
online
tons of
schooling,
rules.
so it's probably better.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
When I turn 14, I can go work.
so
Bill says this. It's Laurie's world, and we just live in it.
That is very true.
I do. I mess up words all the time.
I mean,
Patty has a list of them.
Dad used to do it on purpose.
Oh,
though,
yeah,
too.
for sure.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
to confuse her.
I wish I could say mine was on purpose, but it's not.
Well, she's blonde.
So I pay a lot of money to have the blonde excuse. So,
Oh my gosh.
so
right. Well,
all right. Well, have a wonderful